Hi everyone, hope y'all are having an awesome day so far. This is a video that I actually made a couple years ago, but I wanted to redo it and add in a couple more things that I've learned since starting the business and being in the business for a little bit longer. There are always going to be, when you first start this business, and even being in this business now for 3 years like myself, there's always going to be people that are going to give you excuses or reasons why they can't join you. I'm going to go over the top 10 things, or the top 10 excuses or reasons that people give you, potential distributors give you, for not being able to join your team, and how to turn that negative into a positive, how to respond to them in an awesome way. Because I know a lot of times when we first start, especially when somebody says, I don't have any time or I don't have any money, we don't really know what to say to that to try and turn that negative into a positive. So these are the top 10 things that people will say to you and how to respond to them. So I have my notes right here, so I'm just going to keep referring back to them. So the first one that we get probably the most often is, I'm too busy, or I don't have time. The busy one I love. This is what I say every time somebody says I'm too busy. It's like, I actually love busy people on my team, because busy people get things done. You never give a lazy person a job to do, because you know that they won't get it done. And if you think about it, anybody on our team is a great reference. So Nicole was working full time, 40 hours a week in the medical field, and she built herself up to double diamond doing that before she quit her job. Courtney Bailey, who's a double diamond now, she was a wedding planner, she was a bartender, she was also going to school full time, and she started this business. So she was having 4 jobs all at once. I myself, I was a bartender full-time, working 5 days a week, 10, 12-hour days. Also, I'm also an actor, so driving up into Atlanta and back sometimes in a day just for an audition. Busy is our middle names, and that's why we love busy people on our team, because they get things done. I don't have time. No one ever starts this business because they have time. We start because we want more time. We want more time with our family. We want more time with our friends, more freedom. I don't know anyone in this business that starts because they're like, oh, I don't really have a lot going on, I'm just going to go ahead and start some business and see how it goes. So none of us really have time, but we all start this business because we want more time and more freedom. Another thing, that number 2, what people always say is, I don't have the money right now. One way that you can combat this is you can say, well, that's okay. You can actually pre-sell all of the wraps in your starter kit. So a lot of us, when we started, we didn't have the money. I know myself, I had to put it on a credit card and hide it from my husband. I don't recommend hiding it from your husband, but that's what I did. I know a lot of other people on the team that also put it on a credit card and paid it off before they even got their starter kit in the mail. So one way that you can do this is you can pre-sell your wraps in your kit. So just find 4 friends, because you get a pack of wraps in your kit. So find 4 friends and sell each one of the wraps that come in your kit. So there's 4, $25 a piece. That's $100 right there to purchase your starter kit. What I did is I put it on a credit card. And because I didn't tell my husband, I wanted to make sure that I sold all 4 of those wraps. So I started talking to people right away about the business. I went and I sold those 4 wraps and made my money back right away. And then I was able to make the $100 back, and now I was in the business for nothing. So number 3, I'm from a small town, or I don't know that many people. So that's the beauty about social media. There are, I think Facebook announced not too long ago that there are now 2 billion people on Facebook, and there's probably even more than that on Instagram. We literally have the entire world at our fingertips, on our phone, on our computer. That's the beauty, is it doesn't really matter where you live. It doesn't matter how many people in your town are doing it. I mean, literally right up the road from me, 15 minutes up the road, is one of the top 10 income earners in this company. There are over, I think, 15 or 20 presidentials and ambassadors that live in Orlando, which is where I'm from. And I still will run into people at Publix that are like, what is that crazy wrap thing? So whether you're from a huge town and you know a lot of people that are doing it, or whether you're from a small town and no one's doing it, really doesn't matter where you live, because you've got the entire power of social media at your fingertips, and you can build your business that way. You can always join groups that have similar interests to you, search hashtags. You actually know more people than you think you do. I mean, I have a different network of people than you're going to have. I don't know your Facebook friends. I don't know your friends from college. I don't know your friends or your former coworkers. I don't know your family. So this is so many different people that you know that I don't know. And that's all in your market, and that's all in your wheelhouse. This is a great one. Number 4, do I really need an auto ship? So when people are going through the sign up process, you'll often get this question if you haven't already brought up the auto ship. The auto ship is your opportunity to try the product. So whenever a new distributor is signing up, I'm like, what's this auto ship thing? Like, do I really have to have an auto ship? That's your opportunity to try the products. That's like if you walk into an ice cream shop and the owner is behind the counter, and you go up to the ice cream store owner and you're like, oh, what's your favorite flavor? And he's like, oh, I've never tried any of them, but they're good. Well, if you're the owner and you've never even tried any of them, like, why would I buy from you? Why would I trust you to purchase, you know, your ice cream if you've never even tried it and you don't even believe in your product? So that's why it's so important to be a product of the product, because when people see that you're trying the products and you're sampling them and you're taking selfies with them, they see you mixing them, you're going live on Facebook talking about it, you're putting it in your Instagram story, your Facebook story about the products. That's why it's so important to have an auto ship, because we want to be a product of the product. It's the same thing when people ask about the website too. A lot of times, you know, they're like, oh, what's the $20 website fee? Well, that's literally your back office. That is the way that you can get into customer service attention 24/7. And if you literally sell one wrap a month, that pays for your website. Sell one wrap for 20, 25 bucks, your website is paid for. So I always make a point every month to at least sell one wrap, and that covers my, my website fee. So that is number 4. Number 5, I know a lot of people doing it already, or there's so many people already, it's a saturated market. I kind of already covered this already, but you know so many people that I don't know. You know your college friends, your former coworkers, your current coworkers, you know your bug guy, the guy who, the grocery store clerk, you know your bank teller. There's so many people that you know that I don't know. No market is saturated, especially with Facebook and Instagram right in the palm of our hand on our phone. You have so many resources and so many outlets. Your market is huge. So the people doing it already, it doesn't really matter, because you have so many other people that you can reach out to. And like I said before, just in Orlando alone, there are thousands of It Works distributors, and I will still run into people at Publix or Walmart or Target. They're like, what is that wrapping? Or I think I've heard of that, or maybe I've heard of that. There's so much room for growth. No market is saturated, because there's still people all over the world, especially now that we launch countries every single year. There are so many different countries that we're in right now. We're in over like 25 different countries. So there's so much room for growth. So the market is not saturated by any means, And if you think about it too, look how many hair salons there are, how many nail salons there are, bakeries, and you still see those opening up. You still see car dealerships opening. You still see, you know, hair salons opening up. So a hair salon doesn't not open up just because, oh, there's other 2 hair salons in Orlando. No, I mean, you're always going to get multiple businesses. So it's okay. It doesn't mean that it's saturated. There's always a market for you. So, and really that's what you're marketing is yourself. So that's why it's so important to have a brand, to find something that makes you you. And that's what's going to bring people into your business. It's not just the products, but they're going to be attracted to who you are as a person. Number 6, I did another MLM before and I didn't make any money. So there's a couple different ways that you can approach this, but our compensation plan is the best in the market, hands down. If you compare anybody else's compensation plan, there is no ceiling to ours. There's another, I know there's a couple of them that actually have, once you hit a certain rank, that's the most that you can possibly make. We have no ceiling. So you can literally keep passing people and keep going up and up, and they keep making new ranks because people keep surpassing it. So, you know, the highest rank in our company is Ambassador Diamond, where you're making $36,000 a month, which is insanity, but they actually made a new rank, which is Black Diamond, and that's $100,000 a month. You know, and they're going to probably make even more ranks after that, because the compensation plan is so wide and so vast that you can make so much more money with this company. So there is so much room for growth, and you can pass your enroller. So it's so much different than another company where you can't pass somebody. This one, I could pass up the person who enrolled me. Some girl who I signed up on my team can pass me. It happens all the time in this business. So if you work hard and if you hustle and you're willing to learn, there is absolutely no reason why you cannot make this business work. And if you're passionate about the products and you're consistent, that is what's going to build your business. That's how you're going to become successful. But if you work it like a hobby, it'll pay like a hobby. If you work it like a business, it's going to pay like a business. So the other thing too is the nice thing about our company too is you don't have to keep an inventory. There are so many other companies where you have to keep an inventory, or you have to buy a ton of product up front. The only product that you ever need to have on hand is maybe some wraps, because you can sell them to, some girl who's a friend of yours that's going on a cruise or whatever over the weekend, or something like that. The only product I ever have on hand is stuff that I use myself. Like I have my diffuser here on my desk. Like I drank my greens earlier today. So that's all product that I use myself. But other than that, you don't need to keep inventory. The nice thing too is we don't do any of our own shipping. So people just go on our website, they order, and the company ships it all to them. So we never have to buy a ton of product and then worry about shipping it out and shipping costs and all that stuff. So that's how we're different than other companies. Number 7, are you really making money with this? So make it relatable. I've been doing this business for 3 years, so I have a story. I started, my very first paycheck, I think, was $26, and I worked my way up, and now I'm a diamond, and the average diamond makes about $2,000, $3,000 a month, and I also earned a $2,000 bonus and a $20,000 bonus. So that's obviously something that I can talk about, but when I first started, I didn't have a story, right? So when I earned that $26, you might be thinking, oh, well, that's not a lot of money. That's nothing to brag about. But for me, $26 was gas in my tank. That was, a date night out with my husband. That was movie tickets. That was, splurging and getting some Chick-fil-A and maybe some Dunkin' Donuts or something like that. So just make it relatable. That's sometimes almost easier for people to connect to than the big stuff. When I say like, oh, I got a $20,000 bonus, people are like, whoa, okay, sure. It's the little stuff that people can connect to, the gas, groceries, the date nights, the lunch dates, brunch, diapers for your kids. Little things like that are so relatable because there are so many people that are in this world right now that are suffering and need this opportunity and need us to show them this. So being relatable, it doesn't matter how much you're making. Talk about where the business is going to take you. When somebody says, how much are you really making any money with this? It's like, yeah, I am. I actually just paid for diapers using this It Works money. I actually just paid for a date night with my husband. Or you can talk about what this business is going to do for you. This business is going to get my husband home, and I'm going to retire him by the end of this year. This business is going to pay for my car, my new car, in cash. Talk about where it's going. Speak it into life. I firmly believe in ask, believe, receive. Of course, you need to work as well, but believing that can happen and talking about it and breathing life into it is what's going to make your dreams a reality. Okay, number 8. Do the products really work? I get this question a lot. My favorite response is, Well, if they didn't work, we'd have to call the company It Doesn't Work. And so we'll laugh. But this is why an auto ship is so key, you guys. This is why running an auto ship and having the products in hand and you trying them and you using them is so important, because when people see your own results and see that you're using the products, that's what's going to bring in business. That's what's going to show people that you believe in the products because you're actually using them. Now you can get to the auto ship, you get to try them and get to your own results. Your own before and after pictures are going to speak volumes over posting some other person's belly pictures from the wrap. Your own before and after pictures from the keto coffee is going to speak volumes over some random person, because they don't know who that random person is. Your Facebook and Instagram friends and followers don't know who that random belly picture is. But if they see that it's you, like right now I'm pregnant with my daughter. I'm 7 months, so I'm using the stretch mark cream. There's a lot of products I can't use right now, but the one I use and I swear by, just like I did when I was pregnant with my son Ethan, is the stretch mark cream. So I use it religiously. I will take before and after pictures. I take pictures with my belly holding the bottle and show people, like, look, I have no stretch marks because of this amazing magical unicorn cream. So being a product of the product, I get a lot of customers that way, is by posting your own before and after pictures. And you'll find that you'll get a lot of loyal customers and a lot of people interested in the business because they see that you believe in the products too. Number 9, this is another one too that we always will get, and you'll always get no matter how long you're in this business. Is it a pyramid scheme, or do I have to get in early in order to be successful? It Works has been around since 2001, and it doesn't matter how long a company has been around. If you are a hard worker and you're determined, you can build up to the top rank in the company. We have tons of people that have just started a year ago and who are now ambassador at the top of the company. Nicole was, in the industry. She joined 6 years ago and built herself up to triple diamond in a year. Courtney built herself up to double diamond in a year. I built myself to diamond. The 5th rank in the company. There's 9 total in a year. There is no getting in early. That doesn't determine your success, because there are so many people who need this opportunity. So it doesn't matter how early you get in the company. It doesn't matter how long the company that It Works has been around. You determine your own success. And there's still people who have never heard of this business, who have never heard of It Works before. And that's the beauty of it, is that you get to share that with them and you get to build it with them. And pyramid schemes are illegal in the United States. So that's actually a law. They're outlawed. So there have been companies that have been shut down for being a pyramid scheme. Pyramid schemes are essentially the promise of something with no return. So you don't actually sell anything. And like I said before, you can actually pass your enroller. So you don't have to get in early, and it's not a scheme because you can pass the person who enrolled you. So there's always a chance for growth, because there is. And that's what I love about this business, is that it's not a one size fits all. So you work hard and you bust your butt, and you can be at the top rank of the company in a year if you want to. So it's a lot of fun. And number 10, the most common thing that I hear all the time from potential distributors is, I'm not a salesperson. Cool. Me neither. And I don't want salespeople on my team. I don't want the ShamWow guy on my team saying, just for $99, you can join my team today, or try this product for $49, my loyal customer discount. Like, we are not salespeople, and I'm not a salesperson, nor would I want a salesperson on my team. I consider myself a shares person. I just simply fell in love with a few products. I tried them and I love them, and I share them on Facebook, just like you would share a Starbucks drink or share the new movie that you saw. Black Panther just came out not too long ago. So you sharing on Facebook, like, oh my gosh, I just saw Black Panther, was awesome. You guys have to go see it. And all of your friends go out to go see Black Panther because they see your status and like, oh yeah, it was awesome. Well, is Marvel cutting you a check? No. But if you promote the greens and say, Oh my gosh, my son was up all night. Thank goodness for greens to give me my energy and my 12 servings of fruits and vegetables today. Otherwise, I would not be able to make it. You know, that's not salesy. You're just sprinkling in your everyday life and a product into your posts, and it gets people interested. Like, what is this drink that she's drinking? Um, so I never say that I'm a salesperson, because I'm not. I just share the products and I share the opportunity and what it's done for me. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope that helped. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and drop them below, and I will talk to you guys soon.